Welcome back to Your Milk and Cereal, where we dive into the darkest corners of human nature to uncover the chilling stories that have shocked the world. I'm your host, Ramira Arlilia, and the owner of Your Milk LLC, where I create handcrafted skincare and self-care products. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a Saturday upload. Check out the description box below for more details on what I'm creating, and feel free to explore our website while you're there. Now, let's get into today's story. Take a moment to travel back with me to August 2021, a time when masks were everywhere and vaccines were in high demand. My long-standing interest in true crime had deepened during the pandemic. Shows like Forensic Files, Snapped, and The First 48 had always intrigued me, but YouTube had become my go-to source for true crime content. While the world danced on TikTok, I found myself immersed in YouTube, particularly captivated by the big-name creators who covered true crime cases. It was during one of these YouTube sessions that I first came across the story of Gabby Pepito, a young woman who had gone missing while on a cross-country trip with her fiancé. I watched the body cam footage as it was uploaded, following the case closely as the truth gradually came to light. Little did I know that as the world paused on August 27, 2021, to piece together Gabby's whereabouts in the mountaintops, Jelani Day, who had been reported missing on August 25, 2021, remained a puzzle untouched. The world just kept spinning. As the days passed, the story of Gabby Pepito dominated headlines, social media feeds, and news broadcasts across the country. Every detail of her case was scrutinized, every possible lead explored. The world watched, waited, and mourned for a young woman whose life had been tragically cut short. Meanwhile, Jelani Day's disappearance, a case as equally as important, equally as heartbreaking, remained largely in the shadows. Despite the similarities in their timelines, the media spotlight shone brightly on one, while the other was left in the dark. Both lives mattered. Both stories deserved to be told, yet the coverage they received told a different story, one that forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about whose lives are deemed worthy of attention and whose stories are too easily overlooked. But today, Jelani, you are not overlooked. You have our attention, and your life mattered. This is the story of Jelani Day. Jelani Jesse Javante Day was born on June 15, 1996 in Danville, Illinois, to proud parents Sevi Day and Carmen Bolden Day. From an early age, Jelani was deeply connected to his faith and community. He grew up surrounded by the warmth of his church, where he was an active member of the choir, his voice adding to the harmonies that filled the sanctuary. He also took part in the church's purity class, learning important values and life lessons that shaped his character. You could often find him on the drill team marching with precision and pride, embodying the discipline and dedication that would define him throughout his life. Jelani Day was the fourth of 5 siblings, the third of 3 sons, and the vibrant heartbeat of his family. His presence was a source of joy, his energy uplifting those around him. Jelani dreamed big. He envisioned a future where he would marry a beautiful, strong, chocolate woman, and together they would have 6 children. One of those children, he imagined, would carry on his name as his namesake. He often spoke of bringing those future children to his mother, knowing she would spoil them with love and care. Family was everything to Jelani, and he was determined to make sure his parents were always provided for. This deep sense of responsibility led him to devote much of his time to caring for his father, who was battling health issues. Jelani's dedication to his family was unwavering, and he worked tirelessly to ensure his father's well-being, embodying the protective and loving spirit that defined him. Jelani graduated from Danville High School, where he was active in sports, took pride in his academics, and was known as a protector of his friends. With passion and determination, he pursued his higher education. He began his academic journey at Alabama A&M University, a historically black university in Huntsville. where he earned his degree in communicative sciences and disorders. But Jelani's ambitions didn't stop there. He was actively working towards his master's degree in speech, language, and pathology at Illinois State University in Normal, Illinois, with the ultimate goal of becoming Dr. Jelani Jesse Javante Day, a skilled and compassionate speech pathologist. Jelani's drive extended beyond the classroom. At Alabama A&M, he became a proud member of the prestigious Omega Phi Psi Fraternity Incorporated, joining the Nu Epsilon chapter. This brotherhood reflected his commitment to excellence, leadership, and service, values that he carried with him in every aspect of his life. Jelani Day was a vibrant force, always protecting those he loved, never shying away from a debate, and bringing life to every room with his infectious energy. Jelani had a passion for cooking, traveling, dancing, and simply enjoying every moment. He embraced life fully, and he loved the life he lived. August 23, 2021, was the last day Jelani spoke to his family, a moment now etched in their hearts forever. That day, like so many before it, was filled with the warmth and love that defined their bond, a memory they will hold dear for the rest of their lives. It was a warm August morning in Bloomington, Illinois, when Jelani Day woke up and prepared for another day of classes at Illinois State University. The 25-year-old graduate student was a promising scholar with dreams of becoming a doctor. His friends admired his infectious smile, and his family cherished his unwavering ambition. Jelani was known for his discipline and dedication, the kind of person who was always on time and never missed a day without checking in with his loved ones. But that day, August 24th, 2021, would be different. On the morning of Tuesday, August 24th, 2021, Jelani Day began his day with his usual routine. At 7:20 a.m., he left his apartment and made his way to campus, walking with purpose and determination. Security cameras at Illinois State University's Bone Student Center captured his arrival. He was dressed in a blue button-up collar shirt, black pants, a black belt, black dress shoes, and a blue face covering, looking sharp and ready for the day ahead. By 9:12 a.m., Jelani was seen again, this time in security footage at a cannabis dispensary in Bloomington. There's no crime in smoking weed, so don't start no speculations. He had changed into a more casual outfit, a blue Detroit Lions baseball hat, a black t-shirt adorned with the unique graphic of Jimi Hendrix, white and silver shorts, and black shoes with white soles. His white Chrysler 300 was parked outside the dispensary. Jelani appeared calm and composed, buying some essentials as if he had the entire day ahead of him. Little did anyone know, this would be the last time Jelani Day was seen alive. On Wednesday, August 25th, 2021, Jelani Day's absence from his classes triggered immediate concern. He hadn't shown up for his lectures, nor had he responded to calls or texts. The silence was uncharacteristic, and the worry grew with each passing hour. Carmen Day, Jelani's mother, quickly sensed that something was wrong. Her son had always been in touch, reliable, and dependable. This behavior was completely out of character. Fearing the worst, she reported Jelani missing to the police. However, the response she received was frustratingly dismissive. Maybe he just needed some time away. But Carmen knew her son better than anyone. Jelani wouldn't just disappear without a word. Her intuition told her that something was terribly wrong, and she was determined to uncover the truth about her beloved child. It always baffles me how the police can always make these determinations with such limited information. The family, who had known Jelani for 25 years, understood that this was not like him. The focus should be on finding the missing person, with the family left to handle the rest. By 4:20 p.m. on Thursday, August 26, 2021, a significant development occurred in Jelani Day's case, but it was far from the hopeful news everyone had been praying for. Peru police officers discovered Jelani's white Chrysler 300 abandoned and concealed in a wooded area near Peru, Illinois, nearly 60 miles from where he was last seen with the license plates removed. The location was starkly different from any place Jelani was known to frequent, adding to the mystery. Inside the car, officers found Jelani's clothes that he was seen wearing on surveillance, but there was no sign of him. Questions began to swirl. How did his car end up so far away from his last known whereabouts, and where was Jelani? As days passed, the initial worry deepened into desperation. Flyers bearing Jelani's face appeared across town, and social media was flooded with urgent pleas for information. Despite these efforts, progress in the search remained frustratingly slow, leaving his family and friends in a state of agonizing uncertainty and fear. The car was announced as found. Peru police described Jelani's disappearance as involving, quote-unquote, unexplained suspicious circumstances. His mother had tried to convey her concerns the day before, but her warnings were not heeded. I digress. On September 4th, 2021, the worst fears of Jelani's family began to take shape. A body, unidentified at the time, was discovered along the south bank of the Illinois River, just east of the Illinois 251 bridge, remarkably close to where Jelani's abandoned car had been found. The following Monday, on September 6th, the grim reality intensified. State police arrived to collect DNA samples from Jelani's family, a necessary step to confirm the identity of the body and to provide answers to the agonizing questions that had been haunting them. As the days turned into weeks, Jelani's story began to gain national attention, though it was marred by controversy. The public's frustration was palpable. Why had the media been so slow to cover his disappearance? Why did it seem that the urgency to find Jelani was less intense compared to Gabby Pepito, who was identified just 11 days after being found on September 19th? On Thursday, September 23rd, the devastating confirmation arrived. The body discovered in Peru was indeed Jelani Day. Forensic dental identification and DNA testing were used to verify his identity due to the severity of his decomposition. Bloomington police held the only press conference throughout the case, and after nearly 3 agonizing weeks, the news hit like a thunderclap. The announcement was a harsh blow. Jelani's bright future, his dreams of becoming a doctor, and the joy he brought to those around him were abruptly and tragically cut short. LaSalle County coroner reported that Jelani had drowned, but the circumstances surrounding his death, whether accidental, suicidal, or something more sinister, remained unsolved. Heartbroken and outraged, Jelani's family demanded answers. They knew their son and brother deserved better. Better from the authorities, better from the media, better from the world. They weren't just mourning. They were fighting for the truth and for justice. His wallet, more clothes, and an ID lanyard were all found individually at separate locations in the same general area of the car, but at distances as large as over a mile apart from where the body was found. An athlete who could swim was someone Carmen knew very well, and the initial report did not sit right with her. Carmen didn't believe her son would have harmed himself, especially not by drowning in a river in a town where he had no connections. She says, "There are plenty of bodies of water in Bloomington. We're in Peru, a town where Jelani had no friends. His car was parked in a wooded area that you wouldn't have known how to find unless you heard about this." Determined to uncover the truth, she sought additional autopsies to ensure that every possible avenue was explored. The story of Jelani Day's disappearance and subsequent death unfolded with a series of events that drew media attention and concern, each adding new layers to the unfolding drama. The town of Normal removed a painting of Jelani from a makeshift display site near the Uptown mural. The town explained that they were working with Illinois State University to explore options for relocating the tribute to campus, sparking concerns amongst local supporters. The following week saw local demonstrators marching on Normal City Hall on Monday, October 4th, protesting the removal of Jelani's tribute and calling for justice. LaSalle County Coroner released a toxicology report revealing evidence of marijuana, caffeine, and nicotine in Jelani's system, substances that were legal but not present in significant amounts. Jelani was laid to rest in Danville on Tuesday, October 19th. The Reverend Jesse Jackson, a prominent civil rights leader, attended the funeral and called Jelani's death a murder, drawing parallels to the historic Emmett Till case and adding to the case's national significance. Later that month, the LaSalle County Coroner officially ruled Jelani's death as drowning, with no evidence of other trauma before his death. However, the circumstances of how he ended up in the river remain unresolved. Sadly, Jelani's father passed away just 6 months after he was buried and didn't get to see any resolution in his son's case. In the quiet of their home, Carmen held on to the memories of her son, their late-night phone calls, his laughter, his unshakable determination. She wasn't just grieving the loss of Jelani. She was determined to keep his story alive until every question had an answer. The case of Jelani Day remains a haunting enigma shrouded in uncertainty and unanswered questions. Despite the passage of time, Jelani's family refuses to let his memory slip into obscurity. Their fight is not just for Jelani, but for every individual whose story might have otherwise been lost in the shadows. Jelani's legacy endures as a powerful testament to the fact that every life deserves the world's attention. The FBI, who initially declined to be involved, is now offering a cash reward up to $10,000 for information regarding the death of Jelani Jesse Javante Day. At the heart of this struggle stands the Jelani Day Foundation, a beacon of hope and justice. Driven by its mission to promote change and equality, the foundation works tirelessly to support families of color during the critical search for their missing loved ones. The foundation is committed to ensuring that every family receives the dignity and respect they deserve, regardless of race. By offering vital financial, emotional, and professional resources, the foundation strives to bridge the gaps caused by systematic racial bias and discrimination. In honor of Jelani's memory, the foundation provides a $500 scholarship to students at Danville High School where Jelani graduated. This scholarship celebrates Jelani's academic and athletic achievements and his unwavering desire to help others. Additionally, the foundation offers scholarships to undergraduate students at Alabama A&M University and Black male graduate students at Illinois State University, pursuing degrees in speech pathology, continuing Jelani's legacy of support and inspiration. Let's keep the discussion alive in the comments. What are your thoughts on the disparity in media coverage between Jelani Day and Gabby Pepito? How can we ensure that every life is given the attention it deserves in both media and legal systems? I'm curious to know your thoughts. Thank you for joining me on this journey through one of history's most heartbreaking mysteries. Last week I asked for 250 subscribers by my birthday at the end of the month, and y'all said, hold my beer. Let's keep the momentum going. If you found this video compelling, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Your Milk and Cereal for more. Until next time, self-care and stay safe.